Good morning, everybody. Welcome back again. So, yesterday what we have done, we have seen different types of angles. Clear? We have seen the angle, we have seen the degree, we have seen the measurement. Clear? Then we have seen the types of angle. Now there are some are more concepts that you need to be very clear while doing this chapter. Okay? This is your one ray. Clear? Now you draw second ray and divide the base line into two parts. Clear? This is your one baseline and this is the ray that you have drawn. And that ray is divided the line into two parts. So it means that you must have got two angles over here. So this would be considered to be your A, this would be considered to be your B. Now your A plus B would be equals to 180 degree. Clear? This property is considered to be your linear pair. So what does your linear pair means? Your linear pair means that whenever you have two angles, clear, or more than two angles, the sum of all the angles should be equals to 180 degree. That would be considered to be your linear pair. Just for example, if this is your one baseline and you draw these many rays over here. Clear? You draw these many rays. So it means that you have got this angle as A, this angle as B, this angle as C, this angle as D, and this angle as E. Clear? So it means that you have got A plus B plus C plus D plus E, and all these angles being made on your straight angle. Clear? So that would be equals to 180 degree. This is also considered to be your linear pair. So what does your linear pair means? Your linear pair means that as many as ray is drawn on the straight line, clear, the sum of all the angles would be equals to your 180 degree. That would be considered to be your linear pair. Clear? Then comes your angle at a point. Now what does this angle at a point means? Your angle at a point means that this is your one point. Clear? From this point you draw your one ray. This is your second. This is your third. This is your fourth. This is your fifth, sixth, seventh. Clear? So it means when you are drawing a ray, you need to draw the arrow as well. Clear? So it means that this is your one angle A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your D, E, F, G. Clear? Now you could see that you could put your pen on one point of on any one of your ray, and from this you draw a circle. Clear? Now when we have drawn a circle, it means that the whole angle is compiled to make your 360 degree equals to 360 degree. A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F and plus G. The whole angle is compiled to make an angle of 360 degree. Clear? So this is considered to be your angle at a point. So it means that at a single point you can draw many rays. Clear? You can draw infinite rays. So after drawing your infinite rays, the sum of all the rays, yani ki the sum of all the angles of the rays would be equals to your 360 degree. And 360 degree is considered to be your complete angle. 360 degree is considered to be your complete angle. Clear? Clear with this? Okay. Now you could see it over here. This is your one obtuse angle. Clear? Let's say that this angle is of 130 degree. For example, if we say that this angle is of your 130 degree. Now the question says that you need to find out your reflex angle. Now what does this mean? Reflex angle. Reflex angle means, now reflex angle will always going to be 360 minus whatever obtuse angle is being given to you. So over here your obtuse angle is 130 degree. So 360 minus 130. It could be of your acute angle as well. For example, if this is the angle that is being given, let's say this angle is of your 60 degree, and you need to tell this reflex angle. This is considered to be your reflex angle. Clear? So in case if you need to tell this, then what you will going to do? 360 minus 60 degree. So you will be getting 300 for your reflex angle of this one. Clear? And over here, if in case if you need to find the angle this is considered to be a reflex angle. So what do you need to do? 360 minus 130, you will be getting 230 degree. So it means that this angle will be your 230 degree. I hope this is clear to you all. Clear? Now 360 is considered to be your complete angle. So out of that complete angle, in case if you have got acute and obtuse angle being given to you, and you need to find the other angle, so that other angle would be considered to be your reflex angle. Clear? Now we see one more type of angle, that is your vertically opposite angle. Now when we are talking about the vertically opposite angle, it means that this is your one straight line. Clear? And this is your another straight line, and both the straight line is being intersecting at one point. Clear? Both these lines has been intersecting at one point. That point is considered to be your O. So it means the angle which is being given above and the angle which is being given at the bottom, they will be equal to each other. A equals to B. The reason, vertically opposite angle. We write down the short form, that is V dot O dot A. So vertically opposite angle, it means that your A and B are equal to each other. Then your right angle and your left angle over here, single would be equals to single and the double would be equals to double. So if you take as C and take this as D, so it means that your C would be equals to D again by vertically opposite angle. I hope this is clear. This is very important. This will going to be there in your topic of parallel lines as well. So in case if you understood it better over here, this will going to help you over there in your parallel lines as well. Okay? Now when we are talking about the vertically opposite angle, you need to be very careful that two straight lines being intersected at a single point. Clear? Two straight lines being intersected at a single point, then it means that the angle at the top and the angle at the bottom will be equal to each other. The angle at the right side and the angle at the left side will be equals to each other. Single would be equals to single and double would be equals to double. I hope this is clear. Just go through this as well. Clear? And do your definition along with the diagram in your notebook of maths, or in case if you have geometry notebook, you can do it in that geometry as well. And in case if you don't have your geometry notebook, you can do it in your maths notebook over there. Clear? Do it over there. Clear? And see it. Go through the topics once again, and whatever are your doubts, you can clear your doubts on the portal. Clear? And most probably tomorrow we are going to start with the new exercise of the angles. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now there is one more thing. The bisector. Bisector of angle. Now what does this mean? Bisector means that the angle has been divided into two equal parts. For example, if you make an angle over here that is of your 60 degree, clear, and you draw the bisector, you draw the ray in between, and over here this angle is equally divided to this angle. So that means if this is your A and this is your B, your A is equals to B, clear, then it means that this angle should be your 30 degree and this angle should be your 30 degree. Then it means that the compilation of both these angles would be equals to the whole angle of your AOB. Clear? The whole angle of AOB. This is your, let's say this is your C. So that means angle AOC plus angle COB equals to angle AOB. And both these angles are equal. You take this as X, you take this as X, because these two are equal. So in case if you had assumed one angle to be X, other will also going to be X, equals to 60 degree, 2X equals to 60, X equals to 30 degree. Clear? So it means, what does bisector means? Bisector means that the angle is been divided into two equal parts. So whatever the angle is being given to you, for example, this is being given to you as 90 degree. So if you draw the bisector, it means 45 degree up and 45 degree at the bottom. This is what is considered to be a bisector of the angle. I hope this is clear. Clear? Just go through it once again, and in case of any problem, come up on the portal and we are going to discuss it later. Thank you.